So I used a firm relaxer. I used their sensitive scalp relaxer, and I use sensitive scalp on everybody just for protective reasons for myself. But before you apply your relaxer, I always use base. And even though this isn't a firm, this is Mazzani's butter blend. I just like how smoothly it goes on, and it's not so thick that the product doesn't penetrate. So a firm, do they have a butter base or a base of some sort? I'm not sure if they do. Drop it down in the comments if you know, but I know Bazzani makes one. One of the other things that comes a part of this relaxer system is the Protecto. So you actually put this on the hair first if this is a retouch, but for virgin, you don't have to put it on there. But what this does is it protects from any additional product going on there over processing the hair. So one thing about this Affirm Sensitive Scalp Relaxer, it comes with an activator, okay? And it comes with this little cup that gives you some different measurements on it. So you have normal, resistant, you have mild. So I always use the mild marker for all of my clients, regardless of if their scalp is sensitive or not. And I always get very positive results. So you do what works best for your hair, your clients. But you pour this into your relaxer. I always mix it with a popsicle stick. You can buy them in bulk from any store. And for that particular client, I use 3 of these to relax her hair. So a lot of people are used to, once you put a relaxer on, you go straight into neutralizing shampoo. But for a firm, they have a different system. You actually condition first. This is step 3, okay? So step 1 is the Protecto, step 2 is the relaxer, and step 3 is the conditioner. So you put this conditioner on the hair and you let it sit for 5 minutes first. So a lot of people say that, you know, different products dry their hair out, or different relaxer systems. Most likely it's because you're using it incorrectly. So you condition first. Afterwards, I use the Dry Itchy formula, but this is their neutralizing shampoo, okay? I do 3 shampoos, and the last shampoo, I let it sit for 5 minutes just to make sure that I completely removed all of the relaxer out of their hair. It's really important that you make sure that you rinse really well, because you don't want to leave any residue on the scalp or the hair, because you can cause chemical burns and over processing. Also, I don't leave relaxers on over 15 minutes. For that particular client that we did her virgin, it took me 20 minutes, and that included putting it on, starting at the mid shaft, going back through and adding it to the roots and the ends. Why I did mid shaft first is because that's the hair that's farthest away from the scalp, but it's not as sensitive as the ends. So when you go to your roots, you have your natural body heat already heating up the scalp, so it makes the relaxer activate a lot faster, so you can do that part last. Same thing with permanent color. I put it on the ends last because your ends are like grandparents. They're old and fragile. So you have to be really careful whenever you're putting products and chemicals, especially color and relaxer, on the ends of your hair, because that's what breaks first, okay? So that's why I started mid-shaft, then I went back and put it at the roots and on the ends, okay? So you condition after you rinse, and then you do neutralizing shampoo. Now, another step that a lot of other people probably don't do that I do, I use a brand called Pamper. They're made by Nairobi. They have a relaxer system as well, but I just use their shampoo and their conditioner. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this for natural hair, but for relaxed hair, it's that deal. So after the 3rd shampoo, the neutralizing shampoo, I go back, I hit a 4th shampoo with this moisturizing from Pamper, and then I do a mask. I do the mask under the mister for about 10 minutes. Now, you don't necessarily have to use the mister because the cuticle is already open. I just do to make sure they have a more intense moisturizing session after getting the chemical process on their hair. So after that, I rinse with cool water. Of course, remember, hot opens, cool closes. So always make sure you rinse your conditioners with cool water. Then I go into the regular styling process. For relaxer clients, I always put them under the hooded dryer to let the majority of their hair dry first before I blow dry. Just because when you relax your hair, you're breaking down the cuticles, natural chemical compounds. And once you go that way, you can't go back. So you have to be super, super delicate with the hair because it's so fragile. So after I shampoo and condition, I love Design Essentials coconut and akui leave-in conditioner. It smells good. It works really good to easily detangle the hair, and it doesn't leave a residue. So I like this. Styling wise, I use a brand of products called Kenra. So I don't use this if I'm doing a natural hairstyle, but for a blowout, which is what I did on my client, I use their products. So this is their blow dry spray. Absolutely love it. It helps to blow dry faster. It's lightweight. And I use the blow dry cream during the blow dry process. After I blow dry, I spray this hot spray before I flat iron. Both of these, all three of these are heat protectants. They help to reduce frizz and they don't leave a heavy residue, but I don't use a whole lot. For a person's hair, I may do 3 or 4 pumps over the whole head. It sprays really nicely. You don't have to use a whole lot of excess. This cream right here, it definitely don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I've had this container now probably like 4 months, because that's how little I use whenever I'm putting some on a person's hair. Same thing with the blow dry spray. I finish with a black owned brand called Silky Smooth. They're out of Shelby. So if you want more information, just inbox me. I'll send it to you. They don't have a website that I know of, and I have to call the vendor in person to get their products, but they're black owned. The Affirm is as well, out of Virginia actually. Avalon, they also make Cure. So I try my best to use you know, this black stuff, period. But not to say that other brands don't know about our hair, but I just like to support our own. So that's pretty much it. I do the Affirm relaxer, sensitive scalp, base relaxer, conditioner, then neutralize. I follow with the Pamper shampoo and the Pamper mask, and then I end with leave-in conditioner, my Canva blow dry products, and that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. One fact too, don't forget your timer. Sometimes you may get caught up in something and you lose track of time, and you cannot afford to lose track of time with a chemical on your hair or on your client's hair. So make sure you use a timer. I got a little one that I got from Dollar Tree, and I set it for 15 minutes, and that's all I get. So I've been doing relaxers since middle school, so I'm pretty fast at it. But if you want to gain practice on your speed, get you a mannequin and use conditioner and go through and do the relaxer process. That'll help you speed it up. Also, do not comb a relaxer. I know a lot of people do that, but you don't have to. The chemical works just fine without it, and combing the relaxer definitely can cause damage to the scalp and to the hair shaft. Okay, if you got any more questions, let me know. Relaxer should be done every 6 to 8 weeks. You do need to trim your hair when you get a relaxer, and try to use as low of a heat level as possible. Okay, hope that helps. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Bye.